I want to jump right in with this video. When you're beginning as a creator, posting videos to the different platforms, Instagram, YouTube, wherever it may be, there's a steep learning curve. You have to learn video editing. You have to get your dialogue right. You have to get the look of your videos right. And there's a creative aspect to all of this. It's a way to express yourself. I make music here in my studio, and that's a way for me to get out what I need to say or what I'm going through and hopefully resonate with some people, listeners, when I do that. But the YouTube channel and the things I do outside of music that are creative are all also ways that I express myself. And when you're starting out going through that learning curve, maybe you have a couple of those puzzle pieces together and right and like you want them, but many times the whole picture isn't coming through like you want it to. And that's where I found myself. I found that I had my audio on point, even my dialogue for my videos. I got my video editing to a point I was pretty happy with, but the look of my videos still wasn't to the high quality standard that I wanted it to be. Then you learn more as you go, and there's a big piece of this puzzle that we're going to unbox today, and that's your lighting rig. Even if you're just using a cell phone to capture your video, lighting makes all the difference. And this light I'm going to show you, I've heard people refer to it as the YouTube special, but that's because this light, for a room like this, if you're a creator and working in a space about this size, it's a great, probably the best product on the market. So we're going to open up a stand, we're going to open this light, we're going to put it all together and show you how to get your videos looking professional and hopefully get you to a happier place with the material you create. All right, let's get to unboxing. I'm going to start with this one first. I'll be so glad to not have to use what I'm using now, and it's really going to take the videos up a notch. This gear that I've got right here in total came to around $400, but it's going to be like priceless for what I'm doing here in the studio. Let's check it out. We're going to start with this one because I think it's the stand. It's the oblong skinny box. And of course, we need the stand to put everything else on. It's supposed to be one of the nicer stands for a lighting rig. Stainless steel, great look, even though it's not going to be visible most of the time to you guys. And even here in the studio, it's probably going to be behind that big 4x12 stack back there, but definitely very heavy duty. Maybe we won't even need sandbags. We'll have to see. Let's see this. Open up. I'll link all this here. Try to find the exact price on all of it and put that in the description for you. I'm really happy with this stand. I mean, this thing is solid. I'm thinking this was around $60, maybe $80, but I mean, it's solid. It's a lot like my big double brace Ludwig stands on my drum kit. And I have those. All right, now let's see what's next. All right, here is the main event. This is the Amaran 60DS. I've heard people refer to it as the YouTube creator key light. A lot of features in this light. It doesn't do RGB. It's just white light. It's hard light, but we've got diffusion and a softbox. So we're going to make this look like we want our YouTube videos to look. We got the other tools to do it, which is the softbox and the diffuser. You put that together with this, and you should get pro level lighting. Comes in a nice case. This is like styrofoam, but it's still a case. It's got a handle and latches. So, and inside, you got the light. It looks a little like a camera. It's got a display on it. I just cut off my heat, so we're going to wait on that to stop, because this condenser microphone will pick that up, and I don't like that noise in my video. But this light is going to go up here. We're going to put, it looks like a big umbrella if you've seen them before. I'm sure if you're a creator, you know what this lighting system looks like. The umbrella makes a softbox, which it takes the light and spreads it out, where this would be a very pointed light, a very hard type of light. The softbox softens that up and puts the light on you in the way that you want it to look. So let's take this out of the box. So here's the actual light itself. It's important with lights to not touch the lens. I know this about some other lights. You have a lot of oil on your fingers. They have the lens covered here. So it's important to be aware of that. This light will run on Sony batteries, like for a Sony camera, or it'll also work just with the power supply that plugs into the wall. Here's the mounting bracket, so we're going to get that going. And then this does have a tilt on it, so that'll come in handy. You get the light pointed exactly where you want it. We might drop this down a bit, so we're not working as high up. And this has now on it. This is so you can attach the softbox and the diffuser directly to light. Very important to have that. We want it tight, but not so tight that we're going to strip anything. That. We've got the tilt. Okay. And then let's go ahead and unbox the rest, because I am going to dig into the instructions on how to mount everything. But I want you to see the diffuser and what that looks like. The softbox and the diffuser. That should be in this box. A box in a box. So it comes in a nice case as well. This, I can't remember the exact model on this, but it's the, it's not a lantern, and it's not, it was about $120, $125. It's not the smallest, it's not the square shaped smallest $60 one. It's the round, next level up, aperture softbox with diffuser. It's a net like grid that goes over the softbox to spread your light out. So we're going to open that up as well. And it's right here. So this spreads out like an umbrella, goes behind the light to spread the light out. Now I'm going to get in the directions to get the rest of this set up properly. We want to make sure we do everything right. To get this pro level shoot, we want everything on point, nice and tight, how it's supposed to be. It's about 20 minutes later and we're all set up. The light is lighting this shot right now. And from what I'm seeing in the display, everything looks good. I feel like now I'm going to learn about some lighting techniques, and the visuals should match the audio. I make music in the studio. I do high level dialogue on my videos already. The missing link was the visuals, and I feel like now we have the tools to get that right. There were no instructions because everything was so common sense. Everything just snapped into that Bowens mount. The softbox snapped in there, and then the white soft, diffusion and the grid all velcroed in around that. It was very easy to put together. If you decide to do this type of lighting setup, it's a piece of cake. Don't have any concerns or fears. It's a little bit large, but it fits right behind my 412 amplifier between the wall and the amp. I made room for it. I was a little concerned about that, but it's working out nicely. And I feel like it's in a great place to shoot everything in the studio.